Hi, this is Tablet Store UK and we're going to take a look at the WinSlate Mini Note, our 7-inch capacitive Windows tablet that also incorporates into the screen an Active Digitizer. So an Active Digitizer is a special way of interacting the screen with a battery-powered pen that, unlike capacitive or more popular resistive pens, allow palm rejection, so they disable the native touch, either capacitive in this case or resistive in some cases. They disable that layer and only receive touch from the pen. So we'll take a look at that specific feature in a minute. First of all, we'll take a look around the hardware itself and start by taking a look around the outside of the device. The front of the device is the sort of popular modern format for tablets, which is that you've got an edge-to-edge screen almost on the front of the device, so there's no bezel around the screen, and there is a front-facing camera on the device up in the top left there. You might just about be able to see that. On the top of the device, very iPhone 4-esque styling, you've got plus and minus buttons for volume, and here is the power button. Over towards the right is the vent, which has behind it the single fan in the unit, and a function button, which if we press that, then you have an on-screen set of functions for the tablet that come up over on the right hand side there. We'll take a look at those functions in a moment. The right edge of the device has further vents, and also there's a speaker behind here, a headphone socket, a mini USB and DC power in. The mini USB is your single USB connection, so you can get of course cables that scale that up to a large USB. The device also comes supplied with a small hub, so you've got a mini USB, and then that provides 3 USB outputs plus a 4th mini USB output. On the bottom of the device, more vents and a second speaker hidden away. You've got a mini HDMI output, micro SD card slot, and SIM card slot for the built-in 3G modem. Also hidden away are the microphone and a reset button. And the left edge of the device is clean. On the back of the tablet is a rear-facing camera. Okay, we'll just take a look first of all at the utility that appears at the right edge of the screen. You've got buttons for increasing and decreasing the brightness, for turning on and off Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, 3G, turning on and off the accelerometer that will allow automatic screen rotation, as well as a button to access the built-in camera. So if we turn that on, obviously the camera is just a USB camera. It can be accessed by third-party applications as well. Currently taking a look at the ceiling with the front-facing camera. If I wave the pen in the view there, you can see we're picking up with the front camera. And if we switch to the rear camera and just lift up the device, then again you can see that we've got the rear camera at the back there. Apologies for the picture quality, the tablet is casting a shadow behind it, so whatever I put behind it is going to be poorly lit. But ultimately you can see that we have a rear facing camera working there. The device is running on the Atom Z670, also known as the Oak Trail CPU, which is a 1.5 GHz CPU, and this unit has 2 GB of RAM and a 16 GB SSD. Also available are 32 GB and 64 GB configurations, and it can run any flavour of Windows 7. We'll take a look at how the Active Digitizer works. So you've got, in combination with the capacitive screen, an Active Digitizer pen. So capacitive is quite straightforward, finger touch will have an effect on the screen as we expect, and you've also got multi-touch, so you can have 2 points working at the same time. However, what happens when you use the pen, which works very well, is that you can no longer touch with another finger. The capacitive layer is now turned off, which means that if you're using the pen, and as would naturally happen with a pen, part of your hand may touch the screen, is that you don't break the signal between the pen and the screen. The other advantage that a pen offers is the ability to hover. So it may be quite difficult to see on the camera, but It may be quite difficult to see on the camera. I'll try from this angle. But the cursor is moving around like a mouse even though the pen isn't touching the screen. So it's only when the pen touches down on the screen that you can draw a line. The other way to show you this is to start drawing with one hand and then bring in the pen, and as soon as the pen hits the screen you see that I can no longer draw with the finger. So the pen takes over from the hand can't interfere with the pen. The main benefit of using an Active Digitizer pen is the accuracy, and also being able to see, like with a mouse, where your cursor is before you decide to click. Whereas with a finger, or even a stylus, of course, you don't really know until the contact is made and the click has been affected exactly where you've clicked. So you have greater accuracy for that reason. If you're doing handwriting, then it's a much nicer input method. And one of the advantages is that certain applications can utilize a hover over a touch. So for example, built into the Windows 7 handwriting tools is the function that rather than having to click the insert button, you can merely hover your pen over it. So for example, if we say hello world and merely hover over the insert button but without touching, then that text is inserted into the note here. There's an available carry case accessory for the device, which is a simple affair of sliding the tablet in, securing the catch behind the tablet, and they have a very neat storage case for the device. When you open it up, you can bend it like this, and there is a small section of Velcro at the bottom here which sticks onto this section here so that you can stand the device up at a desk. So taking a look at that from the side, you can rest it at approximately a 45-degree angle, and that's your carry case, with cutouts for the indicator light, front-facing camera, and on the rear a cutout for the rear-facing camera. So in summary, if you're looking for a 7-inch device with an Active Digitizer, which is not a very common solution, then this would be your device. Besides the obvious unique selling point of the Active Digitizer pen, it is nonetheless a very good tablet, amazingly thin at only 14mm. Thanks for watching. For more information, head to tabletstoreuk.com.